Okay, hi everybody. As you know, one of the big parts of ANZ's strategy is to help people buy and own a home, because actually home ownership is a really, really important thing for people. And actually it's quite hard. Certainly the first time you do something, it's not always the easiest thing to get done. And so our job is to make that easy, responsible, and a really a great experience, because buying a home is supposed to be a great experience, and we are really confident we can do that, particularly with the use of technology. So one of the things we've been doing, in addition to streamlining our own home loan processes and the way we interact with customers, is really investing in some new technology about really reimagining that whole relationship. And one of the parts we have here is a team that we've called 1-2. And I've got Derek and Ash here from the team. So, hey guys, how are you?
Hi, Shane. How are you?
Hey Shane, thanks for having us today.
Now tell us a little bit more about it, Derek, Ash, about the 1-2 venture and how it's all connected to part of ANZ.
Well, 1-2 is a challenger lender. We're launching to market later this year. Our dream is to help level the property playing field for customers, to simplify home loans, and to reward customers really for coming on the journey with us. So that's what we're about. In terms of how we were working with ANZ, we are an ANZi portfolio company. So ANZi is the innovation and investment arm of ANZ. And we actually incubated and started out life inside working with the ANZi team. And we launched last year, and ANZ is one of our key investors.
Now, as you know, Derek, a lot of the stuff that we see in the markets, and not all of it, but some of it is really just putting a new skin on the front, some great experience, but fundamentally the same process out the back. That's not really what we're talking about here, is it? I mean, this is a fundamental rethink of the entire process end to end. You just want to talk a little bit about where the idea came from and how we've sort of incubated this and got to where we are today?
Yeah, so there are a number of challenges for both customer and for companies playing in the industry. And so on the customer side, we really wanted to design beautiful products that hadn't been seen before that would really help customers out. So we needed to think differently about things from that perspective. Secondly, from a technology standpoint, we really wanted to reimagine the process for customers. We wanted it to be super simple. We didn't want them doing anything in paper, ideally not needing to call to a branch or call to a lender or anything like that. So we essentially built the entire platform over the last year from the ground up. And we've really pulled away from some of the traditional ways of doing things, whether it be paper-driven processes, whether it be traditional ways of gathering data or documents from the customer. And we really try to imagine everything to make it as simple as 1-2.
Great. Now, Ash, maybe we'll bring you in here. From the tech side, a lot of the people watching this will have an interest in the technology. You just want to talk a little bit about some of the way that you've used technology to reimagine this whole sort of process end to end?
Well, we looked at, we started off by looking at the processes. We looked at how risk is managed. We looked at how the customer would go through an application process. We looked at how the customer service agent would typically interact with the customer. And we mapped out what our ideal world would look like. And with cloud technology the way it is at the moment, we can actually build software that meets our business rather than the typical way where you find software and then you sort of conform your business to that software. We've found a way to build the software using cloud components in order to deliver the results which we want for the customer service agent, for the customer, and for our overall process. So we start a process down, and we're using cloud technology in order to make it as easy as possible to build an entire stack from the ground up.